Today, bitch, we are going to be covering a topic that is very near and dear to me. This is going to discuss the best sexual experience that I've ever had in a bed. I have had a really good sexual appearance. I have had a really good sexual experience in a car, but we're just going to focus on the bed today. So let me start by saying that I have to set the mood for this, right? So, me and this particular girl, who I will not name, worked with each other at Walmart. And while we both worked there, she always had a boyfriend, or I always had a girlfriend. So it was always never there, but there was always some tension there. We would always flirt, and we would give really good hugs and stuff like that. Well, one day, her husband just got up and moved away, which was really crazy to me. She asked me to come over there because she was lonely. She would actually ask me to come and walk with her, but we kind of live in the hood, and I just don't want to walk around the hood. If you hear somebody in the background, I don't live alone. So when I got over there, when I pulled up, there was a dude outside, another girl outside, and then her. Now, this dude was like really skinny. He really looked kind of Aryan Brotherhood-y. You know, he looked like kind of like a swastika tattoo on his back, rebel flag tattoo on his arm. He actually did have a rebel flag tattoo on his arm, but he didn't have the swastika. The friend was a little weird shaped, wasn't really proportionate, and they were sitting in the back of a trunk. Again, if you hear somebody in the background, I do not live alone. So they were sitting in the back of like a van with the trunk open. So I just walked up and sat on the back of the van. So I was just chilling, you know what I'm saying? We were just talking and conversing, and then they convinced me to go into the house. Skeptical because I didn't trust them other two niggas. I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in the house. So when I walked into the house, they had a couch in there, and then there was a bed on the floor, and then there was like a fridge in the room too. So the guy that I didn't trust, the Aryan Brotherhood nigga, that's what I'm gonna call him from here on out. The Aryan Brotherhood nigga, he was sitting in like a little office chair by the fridge. The girl that I came to see was sitting on her bed, and then the disproportionate girl, who, that is what I'll call her from now on, was also sitting on the bed. So we went in there, we kind of talked a little bit. The Aryan Brotherhood guy told me that he did music and wanted me to listen to his beats. As you could tell by my laughing, that shit was fucking trash. Like 100% trash. Didn't make no kind of sense. I'm surprised it didn't just say fuck the N-words and, you know, this is I'm just So after we listened to his garbage ass music for a little bit, we started talking. They asked me, it got really quiet. So me being the nigga that I am, I started asking everybody like about their sexual fantasies and shit like that. Just a good way to break the ice. So, you know, the girl I went over there to see, I started telling hers, and I started telling stories about, you know, me and my experiences with women. The disproportionate girl would tell me something, and then the Aryan Brotherhood nigga was trying to fuck the disproportionate girl and the girl I was over there trying to be with. Now here's the twist. The Aryan Brotherhood nigga was related to to the girl I was going to go see. Like, they were cousins, and he was trying to fuck her. Mississippi shit, I'm trying to tell you. So I went and sat on the bed with the two girls, and we started talking some more. Actually, no, let me take that back. When I was sitting on the couch, she went over there because she had a cat, and I'm allergic to cats, so my eyes were getting puffy. And she came over there and she was rubbing on me, rubbing my leg and stuff. And then she told me to go sit on the bed. So then that's when I sat on the bed. The disproportionate girl also had a crush on the girl I went to go see. So pretty much everybody that was over there for the girl that I was coming to see. Now, I wasn't really over there to fuck. I was just over there for moral support, to be completely honest with you. is what it is, my nigga. So I took my finger and I stuck it in the girl I was trying to like get with. I stuck it in her mouth. And then I took my other finger and stuck it in the disproportionate girl's mouth. They were just sucking my fingers. Now the Aryan Brotherhood nigga was just sitting there watching me take both the bitches that he was trying to fuck. And then he was like talking like he was wanting to get in on it. And he actually was really musty. I mean, that nigga stunk. That nigga smelled like straight ass. Like fresh off the conveyor belt. They just made that shit. Like it was disgusting. Like he stunk so bad. So they just kicked him off the bed. They said, no, get away. So I was just laying on the bed and I was getting them to suck on my fingers. I had them both wrapped around my arms, you know what I'm saying? Like a real ass nigga, you feel me? Well, half of a real ass nigga, because I told you the other one was disproportionate. But the way she was sucking my fingers, she probably could have sucked some real good dick. Anyway, so by that point, we were just laying there and we was talking. And they were asking me what my turn-ons were. And I had some sweatpants on and it was very obvious that I was starting to get hard. And like the girl that I went to go see, I'm sorry, it's so hard to fucking concentrate. So as we were laying on the bed, and you could see that my dick was getting hard. I was just sitting there kind of talking, and we were just doing our little turn-ons and stuff. And she noticed my dick getting hard, so she started amping up the flirting, and she started telling me what she was gonna do to me. And the other girl, I was like, it's probably about to be really, really disgusting in here. Like, it probably is about to be disgusting. And the girl, the disproportionate girl, was like, well, if you ever want me to leave, then you can. I said, you can leave. You can stay and get fucked. It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So we were sitting there, and the girl I went to go see grabbed my dick. So I said, y'all gonna have to leave, or I told the disproportionate girl, I said, you can either leave or you can stay, but I'm about to fuck the shit out of your friend right here. And her and the Aryan Brotherhood nigga got up and went to the other room. As soon as they closed that door, we were just staring at each other like the whole time. Like, we started just making out. I was going at it like tongue all in that motherfucker's mouth, you know what I'm talking about. And after that, took them clothes off, took off them panties. I gave that bitch. I gave that bitch the motherfucking soul snatcher 35, eating the fuck out that pussy, fingering it. Man, you know what I'm saying, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that, bro. You don't know nothing about it. I mean, I'm telling you, I was in that motherfucking pussy, you feel me? In it. So after I got done eating her pussy, that shit came up and sucked my dick. And you know what I love the most about getting some good ass top? Oh, that shit, they do that. I fucking love that shit, bro. Like, hey, I'm telling you, I fucking love that shit, man. So after she got done giving me head, she got on top, started riding me. Man, she had so much energy. She was pulling me in. Bitch, where you going? I was like, ooh, Jody? I'm telling you, man. That bitch was pulling me in. Man, she was grabbing my hand, putting it on her throat. Choke me, daddy. I was like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, whoo, choking me. Fucking the shit out of her. Like we were fucking each other. I love that shit. Turned her on her back. Missionary. Started fucking her. That's a lie. Actually, before we did missionary, she was riding me. Then I picked her up, put her up there. She started riding my face. Now, normally when I put girls on my face, they just sit there. No, she was riding my fucking face. And then she squirted all on my fucking facial hair, all on my face, all on my shit. Squirted. I was like, damn. Then I put her on her back, and then she was pulling herself into me. I was like, damn, this bitch is freaking nigga. I'm like, man, pulling herself into a nigga, man, had me going wild. I was like, damn. So after we did, after I got done doing her missionary, I picked her up and I was gonna hit her from the back. I was up in there, hitting her ass from the back. You know what I'm saying? I accidentally grabbed her. I was trying to pull her hair, and like I actually pushed her face into the pillow. And she said, "Yeah, yeah, you gonna cram my fucking face into the pillow?" I was like, "This bitch is freaky." Like that ass was like turned on by me burying her fucking face into the pillow. So I just kept doing that shit, mushing the shit out of her. Mush the shit out of her, bro. Get your fucking face in that pillow, bro. You gonna see the cool side of the pillow today, bitch. Man, I was hitting her from the back. She was sitting there moaning, screaming. And so then I did my next trick. I started eating that ass. I was eating that ass. And then I started fingering her pussy at the same time. So I was back there. Man, I'm fingering the shit out that pussy. But I was eating that ass too. She squirted again. I know her bed probably looked like a hotel room at that point. But anyway, gotta go back to whispering. So, after I got done doing that, I stuck it back in her and started fucking beating them motherfucking walls in, you know what I'm saying? And she was throwing it back on the nigga, throwing it back. Then I kind of fell backwards and sat down. And then she started riding me reverse cowgirl, bouncing up and down. She had some big ass titties, and they were pierced. Her nipples were pierced. She had like the little medallions and shit on there. It was kind of weird because I like to suck titties, and every time I sucked her, every time I sucked her titties, it tasted like I was trying to suck on nickels. So it was just kind of weird. So she got up off me, turned around, started sucking my dick again, sucking on my balls. So I started gliding on her. Y'all know what that is? Like, okay, so actually, I kind of skipped ahead. So after she was sucking my balls, I was jacking off. And normally, I couldn't come like that, but I didn't. So she's sucking my balls. I started gliding her. So what I did was I put her on her stomach, put her legs together, got on top of her, and put my hands in her back, and then just I was gliding on that bitch, man. She was laid out like a hammock like a blanket on the ground, and I was on top of her, just pounding her like we was fucking making clay sculptures or some shit. I don't fucking know. So I started doing that, and she was going crazy. I put my hands like when I had her on the ground, I took my arm and put it around her throat, and she got turned on by that like she was just a fucking freak. You hear me? So I was hitting her from behind like that. Then I got up off of her and I started licking her ass and her pussy at this. I was just going from one to another. She squirted again, my nigga, 3 times. So as you probably could tell, I was feeling really good about myself. I done made a motherfucker squirt 3 times in one night, one sitting. So after that, we just kind of chilled. We kind of chilled after we got done fucking. Man, let me tell you, we fucked for probably a solid 2 hours. I mean, it was a long time we fucked. Had to have been one of the greatest. Sexual experiences I've ever had. Actually, it was the greatest sexual experience I've had in a bedroom setting. Man, she was riding and pulling me in. She was so nasty. I just loved every minute of it. But she was so good with her mouth, and that pussy tastes so good. So yeah, that's the story of me and my best time. Fucking my best sexual experience. So if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more of these, I know it's been a minute since I've done one, but I'm doing a little bit better with time management. I started a new job recently, and I don't have enough time to do what I used to do. I work about an hour away from where I currently live, so it's kind of tough. But I'm working on getting me a place, probably closer, so that way it'd be a lot easier for me. So again, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of these. And I'm gonna let y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be easy. Really know the game, what's going on? I fuck your girlfriend, then I pass her to my brother. Yeah, they say I'm out of line, but I'm one of a kind every time, every time, every time. I know I'm on your mind, yeah. Said you know what's going on.